So this app I am going to rebuild a Dryad deck. I realize I do actually probably have enough Dryad cards to build just a Dryad deck. Before I get into that, just a quick update of what I did after the last step, because I'd finished and moved off and done more with my day, but I kept thinking about this game and I was thinking about these bloody keys. So I went into my rewards book and spent them all. I got some kegs and stuff. I got some stuff here as well. I spent all my ore on kegs as well, so I can get cards to either build with my deck or to mill. And then I went through all my decks, all my cards rather, and I got rid of anything past 2 duplicates of cards, so I don't have 2 of more than 1 card for every card there is. And then I also got rid of every single elf card that I could get rid of, because I need the, what is it called? Scraps. I need the scraps to create my dwarf deck, because I'm fairly certain that's the way I'm gonna go. I looked into it last night. To be fair, it was only brief. I briefly looked into some dwarf decks, and I say briefly because I liked the first deck I looked at and I didn't look at any more after that, which is actually a bit short-sighted, but I really liked the deck I looked at. So I'm quite keen to try it, if I can ever master its tactics. God, good luck to me. But I need far more scraps than 2,000 because I don't have quite a few of the cards that I need for the dwarf deck. So I need to mill a lot more. I have a lot of Dryad cards I can be milling if I don't need them. So I think I should just build the Dryad deck, try it, see how I feel about it. I don't know about this whole harmony and symbiosis thing. I'm really confused by it, so I don't know how it's going to go at all. I may end up scrapping all my Dryad cards, or I may end up keeping all my Dryad cards and just playing with my current dwarf deck to get more scraps, and go from like more swamp keys or whatever you get for winning, and go that way. But I don't know. For now, let's just focus on getting a Dryad deck. So I'm going to empty out the one I currently have. So Dryad. I've deleted some elf cards that were in there, so it's no longer available. So, first and foremost, get rid of absolutely everybody. And start from scratch. And I believe it's Lynn in there. She's a good 5-pointer, I suppose. Okay, so Squirtle owned. And we're looking for specifically Dryads and treants and nature cards. I don't know how they're all going to work in tandem. I think I might be more specific than that, but I'd like to start from there. I don't know what power I want though. I'll figure that out in a second. I still think that the Hawkers are good cards to have. I know they're humans, but I'm going to pop them back. They're both in for now, just because they're very useful to my boosting perspective, I suppose. I don't know about old guys. I might keep Pavkor. But for now, we'll just keep going through and look at my Dryad choices. So I've got Moren. Deploy melee. Damage an enemy unit by 2. Deploy ranged. Lock a unit. So she is a 5-pointer. And it would be nice just to do some damage, because I'm not typically a damage deck person. Crushing Trap. Damage all units on a row by 1. Ambush. After 2 turns, at the end of your turn, damage all enemy units on the row with the most units by 2. Ooh, but I don't know how to ambush. How do you play face down? I've never been instructed how to do that. That'd be really good against the monster deck. Pop it in for now. We can take it out later if I don't want it. Nature's Rebuke. Damage an enemy unit by 5. Death Blow. Boost a random allied treant by 2. So you kind of need to already have a treant on the field when you give that a go. Good to know. And Circle of Life. Damage an enemy unit by 3, then boost a random Squirtle unit in your hand by 2. Death Blow. Boost Squirtle unit in your hand. Wait, what? You boost a random Squirtle unit in your hand, but the Death Blow, you boost a unit in your hand instead. Those two are the exact same things. I guess I'm going to have to play it to figure it out, because I really don't know. Oh, I really want to see this one. I really want to waste this. I think it would be so pretty. I'm doing it. I'm wasting it. Give me a premium card. Oh, gotta click on it. Give me a sec. Whoops, didn't mean to add it. Oh, look at that butterfly. And the flies. Oh, I like that card. Awesome. Cool. I will not be using Incinerating Trap. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And you, Forest Whisperer. It's in melee. Give an enemy unit poison. Okay, so the Dryad deck is a little more violent. There seems to be a lot of direct attacking, and now we've got some poisoning happening, so this is interesting. Or ranged, give an ally unit a shield. I'll pop both these ladies in for now. We can always take them out later. Dryad Matron. Every allied turn on turn end, move to the rightmost spot on this row, then boost an allied unit to the left by 1. Ooh! She sounds really useful. I like her. Hamadryad. Symbiosis. Let's recap what that means. Whenever you play a nature card, spawn a wandering treant in a random allied row and set its power to equal to the number of units with symbiosis you control. Okay, so that'd be 1 if you put one of these down. But status up boosts this unit by 1 on its turn end. Yeah. So that's pretty cool because I've got what? I've got 2 nature cards in my deck already. So if you pop down the Matron, nope. If you pop down the Hammer Dryad, and then pop down nature cards afterwards, I'll then get a Wandering Treant, though I don't know what a Wandering Treant looks like. Do I have a Wandering Treant in my deck to look at? I don't know, but that sounds pretty cool. If I have 2 of these on the field, does it spawn 2 Wandering Treants, or does it just spawn the 1? And then it will do the 2 power. No, I'll probably do the 2 power. That makes a little more sense. But that's still really cool. And then we've got a Dryad Ranger. We're going into the real low numbers here. I've got no high scores, so that's a bit of a worry. Dryad Ranger Harmony, which means you boost yourself by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a Squirtle unit in this row whose primary category is unique among all of your units. I'm going to assume this doesn't retro actively work. So if you've already got, say, 3 cards with unique categories, it won't automatically buff her. It's after she's placed. Whenever you play. Yeah, it seems quite specific. Whenever you play it. So you'd start with the Ranger then. Damage enemy by 1 and give it poison. Okay, well, toss 2 of those in, even though she's a low pointer. Got a lot of low pointers. What about you? Beast. It damages as well. How many? Yeah. I don't know if I want that per se. It's more damage. I need more boosty. What's Veil? Status that prevents the unit from gaining other statuses. Oh, that's nice. And this is another Symbiosis card. Fantastic. And he gets damaged. Jesus, so many damaging. Oopsies, wrong button. Okay, I'll take 2 of the Duen Canal Guardian. And we've got the Brochelon Sentinel. Damage an enemy by 2. Death blow. Summon all copies of this unit from your deck to this row. Oh. We'll pop both of those in. I guess. Sure. Dryad's Keris. Another nature card. Purify an allied unit and boost it by 3. Purify. Remove all statuses. I guess like bleed or something, or lock. If you control a Dryad, which is the entire deck, also give it vitality for 3 turns. Okay, useful. Do I need 2 of them though? I don't know. Because it's not a pointer, but it does give you a +3 over time. Oh no, because you boost by 3 and then you give it vitality. So actually that's quite useful as well. We'll pop that in, tentatively. Tempering. Okay, so it is a nature card. But I won't give it armor. I really should write down all my thoughts rather than trying to remember them when I'm looking at so many damn cards. I really only want 5 more cards in my deck, but we've got, well, I've got 4 more Dryads, so that's actually not too bad. The Dryad Grovekeeper. Deploy. Give an allied unit vitality with duration equal to the number of other allied Dryad units. Which is great, but vitality is over time, right? So if you wait a long time in the round to plop her down, you'd have a lot of dryad units on the board, but then you wouldn't necessarily have the turns after you place it to accrue said vitality. So it would be sort of like a mid-round placer. I don't know that I want two of her, to be honest. I think one of her would be enough. She's not the most useful dryad. And about the fledgling, Harmony. So that's kind of useless. She has one thing that she does. I don't know that I want more harmonies. I still need 4 more cards in that case. Okay. Oh, it's a treant. Oak Critters. Deploy melee. Give an enemy unit bleeding. For 3. Deploy ranged. Spawn a base copy of self in this row. Devotion. Use both abilities. Triggers ability if your starting deck has no neutral cards. What do you consider neutral? Is it a nature card a neutral card? The starting deck has no neutral cards. I mean, bleeding's better than spawning a base copy. If you spawn something, do you get to use its base ability? Add a card to the game. Probably not. That seems a bit like cheating. Pop 2 of them in, though I don't know that that's really the best thing to do. I mean, bleeding's kind of useful. And it's a treant. Oh, I don't even remember now. What was somebody doing about treants? Oh, my memory is just shitty. Absolutely shitty. Oh, I can't remember half the things I said I was going to do. I'm an absolute twit. Alright. Well. It's faction. There we go. Neutral. She obviously doesn't count because you don't get a choice about that. I don't have any of these others in my deck. Okay, cool. Which means I'd get both abilities, which is what I was wanting. So as much as I might want to add one of these cards to my deck because they might be bloody useful, like Lacerate or Impenetrable Fog. And even the Venom. If I just try without it for now, see how we go. Okay, who else can we bloody add? We're definitely going violent, I think. Put Pavko in. God, we're very damagey. Can I have some boosties? I want some boosters. Who's a booster? Nope, definitely don't want you. You move people. Boost self by 1 if this unit is boosted. Yeah, but I don't want to work with you at the beginning of the round. I kind of need some, like, cheap points. If there is a dwarf, I don't have any dwarves. At the end of your turn, damage self by 1, then damage a random enemy unit by 1. I want more points. Points. Do I just get tempering? I guess it gets me the 5. And that gets me to 25 there. Okay, I have very low value cards, clearly. Very, very low value. So I don't see me going into this winning with such a low value deck. But I'm trying it. This is my attempt at a Dryad deck. I don't remember anything about what I said, what order things have to go in. I think Harmer had to go in first for Symbiosis. And then something else required Treants to already be in the deck. Who was it and why? Nope. Nope. No. I swear somebody required there to already be Treants on the field. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Ah, there you go. No, it's just Dryads. Don't remember. Cool, great. I don't remember any of that. Let's just assume I have remembered all of that. I think Invigorate is the ability I want. Move a unit to the other row. No. I'm thinking about Mystic Echo for my new deck. My dwarf deck. because it requires a card from my graveyard. That's just damaging. Ooh, play a Broccolin Sentinel. That's cool because he's a Dryad. Okay, so order. Damage unit by 1. I get to throw by 1. That sucks. Once all charges have been exhausted, spawn. It doesn't really seem worth it. Spawn an Elven Deadeye. So that's 9 points essentially. Call of Harmony. Play a square deck card from your deck with 0 provision cost or less. This value is raised for 1 for every unique category. Yeah, I don't understand. And that. Wait, what? I think I missed this last time I was reading it. All dwarves in your starting deck get 1 armor. Well, shit, that's useful. Not for this, for my dwarf deck. But I was trying to use the graveyard to the best of my ability. Might have to experiment with those plus Invigorate at a later date. So I guess we'll just keep Invigorate. I don't know if this is a functional deck, to be honest. I've got so low value for all of them. Like, they've got low value, they're not great. Some of them aren't particularly useful, so I can't really see this going well. Okay, yes, we default to Dryad. Cool. I don't really... It's Power Shift. Seasonal event. Available from level 10. Oh, well, hey, what do you know? I'm pretty close. Hey, it's Gwent's Day! I know what that's supposed to mean, but yay. Play on matches increase. Official alternatives to standard mode where you play with a special set of rules that changes monthly. This may require a custom-made deck. At the start of the match, set the power of every unit in your starting deck to its provision cost. Set the power of every unit to its... I don't know. Worry about that later. I can't do anything about it right this second, so...